How to cut and sew a waistcoat for beginners. If you've been wanting to make your own fitted waistcoats but don't know where to start, this video is for you because in this beginner friendly tutorial, I'll be taking you on a step by step from taking measurements to drafting and sewing the waistcoat with clean finishing, just as you can see in the video. So if this is what you're interested in watching, this video is for you because indeed, my tutorial, I made use of two different types of fabrics for the front, as you can see. But if you want to use one type of fabric all through, it's also possible. Like it's just totally depends on what you want. But this is like a patch waistcoat, so I used two different fabrics for the front. So guys, let's get into the tutorial. For this tutorial, for the back, you have to use one of the fabric you use for the front for the back. So I've folded it into two and I've gone ahead to draw out my starting line. From that shoulder line there, which is our starting line, I'll be going down by my bust line, which is 10 inches, and I'll just give it a mark. Then I'll also place my tape from that starting line, and I'll be coming down by my waistline, which is 16 inches, plus extra 2 inches. Guys, so what I marked was 18 inches. I hope you understand, because this is a top. That's why I added that extra 2 inches. So guys, now I'll just go ahead and rule a line connecting those points together for my bust line and for the full length of my top. So that last line is also serving as my waistline, guys. Now on this shoulder line, I'll come here and I'll be taking my neck width, which is 3 inches. I'll also be coming down by my neck depth, which is 1.5 inches, because I'm making the back to be a high neckline. Now guys, the next thing I'll do is to take half of my shoulder measurement. That is my shoulder measurement divided by 2, which is 7.5 inches. After doing that, I'll come down by 1 inch for my shoulder slant and I'll connect it to meet the neckline point just like this. So guys, after doing that, the next thing I'll go ahead and do is to place my tip from that 1 inch point and I'll be coming down by 7 inches for my armhole depth. To get yours, what you have to do is your bust measurement divided by 6 plus 1.5 inches. I hope you understand. So after doing that, I wanted to rule the line. I also wanted to connect the line from that 1 inch point we came down by to this new line, which is our chest line. Now I'll place my tip on this point there, divided by 2, go in by half inch, and on this chest line I just wanted to label all the lines chest line, even if it was not really visible. Now on this chest line, I'll be marking my round bust measurement divided by 4. Why I'm doing this is to get our armhole curve. So guys, so from that point to that half inch point to that point we marked on our chest line will just give us our armhole curve just like this. So guys, after doing that, the next thing I'll go ahead and do is to come to this point here, from this chest line here, I'll be marking half of my nipple to nipple measurement like this on the chest line, bust line, and lastly on our waistline, which is also our full length of our top. So after doing that, I'll just go ahead and connect a straight line, and on both sides of this line, I'll be going out by half inch. This is for our dart, remember. After doing that, I'll also go ahead and connect from this point here to meet this half inch point on both sides. So guys, this is just it here. So right now we have gotten our dart for the back piece. Now the next thing I'm going to go ahead and do is to start taking the round body measurement. Now on the chest line, I've already marked my round bust measurement divided by 4. On the waistline, that is the full length of our top, I'll mark my waist measurement divided by 4, then replace that dart, which is 1 inch. And after doing that, I'll just go ahead and just connect from the chest line to meet this full length line here, guys. I hope you understand. So this is what we have after I was done doing this. I just connected it just like this. And guys, this is just for the round body measurement. Now we have not added any stitching allowance. So on this chest line, I'll be adding 1 inch stitching allowance on the chest line and on the waistline. And I'll also go ahead and just connect it together just like this. So this is it, guys. We have our back piece ready. Now the next thing I'll go ahead and do is to cut this out. So watch carefully how I'm cutting it. So guys, if you have watched this tutorial to this point, please do well to like this video, and if you have not subscribed yet to the channel, please do well to subscribe so that you can be able to receive more amazing tutorials like this when you put on your notification. If you have done that, guys, thank you very much. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back. So this is the back piece here. We are done cutting it out, so I'll drop it aside and I'll bring the front piece. Now for the fabric, you can see there are two different prints of fabrics. I hope you can see. And now this is totally optional. You can use the same um fabric for the both sides of the front, but for me, I'm just doing two different patterns of fabric because I had these two pieces of fabric remaining, so that is what I just decided to use for the waistcoat. And it's also the style of the waistcoat. You can make it the front piece side to have two different prints of fabric. Guys, I hope you understand. So right now, you also notice that when I brought the back piece on it, you can see that it is longer and wider than the back piece, so take note of that. So guys, I'll go ahead and drop this back piece back, and now we'll start drafting our front piece. Now for the front piece, you can see I've gone ahead to mark out my zipper allowance, and it is about 1.5 inch for my zipper allowance. And guys, I'll go ahead now and draw out our starting line. This is where all our measurement will start from for our front piece. Now I've brought this back piece again on it. Now see where I placed it on that line, that zipper line here. Guys, please pay attention carefully. And also the top of the um back piece is starting from that line we also drew for the front. So I'll also go ahead and pin it just like this so that it doesn't move out of place. Guys, the next thing we have to do is to start taking the measurement. Now the first thing I have to do is to mark that 3 inches point for the width of our neckline. So watch carefully. I'll just go ahead and mark it like that. And for the front piece, you'll notice it has that kind of V effect. Now this, for the width, how the depth of this front piece, it totally depends on how down you want yours to be. You can go down by 7, 8, 9, or even 10. It totally depends. So for me, I marked 8 inches. So I came down by 8 inches from the starting line. And now for the down parts, to get that V shape, that effect, that waistcoat V shape effect at the down part, I'll be folding this 1 inch allowance. See what I just did? I'll fold it inside, and now I'll measure what I have here. I have about 9 inches, so I'll get the mid one, which is about 4.5 inches. So I'll go ahead and just give it a mark there. I hope you can see. And now the next thing I'll do is to just rule a line to the down parts using my pattern master. I'll just rule a straight line like this. And now I'll be going down by 4 inches. You can come down by 5 inches, but I think 4 inches is okay. It totally depends on how long you want that extension to be. And now I will connect from this point here. From the two sides, I'll connect to meet that midpoint. So see what I mean here. I'll be connecting from here to meet this point here, that 4 inches point. And I'll also connect from this point here to meet this other point at the midpoint there. So guys, please make sure to fold that 1 inch stitching allowance before you do this. Now guys, I am done. Now the next thing I'll do is to extend a straight line into the zipper like this on this point here. So guys, after doing that, the next thing I'll go ahead and do is remove the pin on that is holding this back piece, and I'll be connecting from that 3 inches neck width to meet this 8 inches neck depth for my front neckline. So just go ahead and connect yours also. After connecting, what I'll go ahead and do is to bring the back piece back to the position like this, and I'll come over to the side here, open it up, and just connect from that V to meet this point there, that 1 inch stitching allowance point. And now we'll start cutting. So guys, I forgot to leave half an inch when I was cutting the neckline. So also now from the shoulder line, you just trace exactly what you have on that back piece. So see what I'm doing here. And also from the zipper part there, I'm just tracing exactly what I have also. So this is it here. Guys, please pay attention carefully. And yeah, we are done cutting our front piece now. So we have our back and our front piece here. So you can see it here. I'll just remove this pin. And this is for our back piece. And this other two pieces for our front piece. So guys, as you can see, I've gone ahead to cut out lining pieces for both our back piece and our front piece. You can see how it looks like. So I just went ahead to cut out exact size of the main fabric. I went ahead to cut out the same size of lining pieces for both the front piece and the back piece. Now the next thing we have to do is to start sewing. Now for our sewing, what we have to do first is to notch our darts. Guys, pay attention. So I notched it together so that it also show at the lining piece. And I'll also come ahead here and do the same thing for the front piece for our darts. To just get your dart, just fold out in this zipper allowance like this. I hope you can see, guys. Fold it in like this, and from this point here, just go in by half of your nipple to nipple measurements. Mine is 3.5 inches, so I just went in by 3.5 inches. So that is my darts point. I'm just going to notch it, and I'll do the same thing for the other side also. So our dart is also going to, I went ahead and came down by 10 inches. So that is where our dart is going to start from and end at that down part, just like this. So guys, let's go over and just stitch down our darts for both the front piece and the back. So guys, this is what we have after I was done stitching our darts. So this is our back piece. Now you can see I stitched them separately from the lining. So you stitch the main fabric differently, the dart differently, and the lining also differently, the darts. So this is what we have here after I was done stitching all of them. Now the next thing we have to do is to join them together. So the first one I'll be joining is the back piece. I'll see what I'm going to do here. Please pay attention carefully. Now guys, the first thing I'm going to do is to place it the right side facing right side like this. See where I placed it with the lining piece. We are going to be stitching the neckline. We will not stitch the both shoulders. We'll also stitch the armhole, but both armhole will stitch it. We'll not stitch the both sides. And lastly, we'll stitch the down parts. Guys, pay attention to that. Now I'll bring the front piece also. We'll stitch the neckline. We'll stitch the armhole. We'll stitch the zipper parts. We'll not stitch the side, and we'll stitch the down part. Remember, so we are not stitching the shoulders and the sides. So guys, let's go over and stitch it, and I'll show you what it looks like. So guys, after stitching, this is what we have. This is one part of the front piece, and now you can see how it looks like. I stitched everywhere except the side and the shoulder, just like this. So we have this for our front piece, and this is for the other front piece, guys. So now, the next thing we are going to do is to join these three pieces together. That is the back to the two sides of the front piece. Now, I'll just go ahead and turn this back piece over to the wrong side. That is the back. I hope you see what I'm doing. So I'll just turn it over to the wrong side like this. Guys, I hope you can see. And the next thing I'll go ahead and do is to bring one side of the front piece. Now, you remember, don't turn this one over to the wrong side. Leave it as is at the right side. Just go ahead and pass it into the side to meet that upper part of the shoulder, just like this. So you pass it into the side. That's why we did not stitch the side. And now you place it to make sure the fabric is towards the fabric, the lining is towards the lining on the shoulder part, and just go ahead and pin it down. Guys, I hope you can see. And I'll do the same thing for the other side. So just make sure when you're passing it into it, make sure that the armhole is facing towards the armhole of the part you are facing for each piece, just like this. So you will also make sure that at the shoulder point, the lining is together with the lining and the main fabric is together with the main fabric, just like this. So after doing this, I'll just go ahead and pin it down so that it doesn't move out of this, guys. I hope you can see. So guys, after pinning it down, I'll just go ahead and stitch both sides and show you what it looks like. After stitching, this is what we have. I stitched with about 1/2 inch, and now I'll turn it over to the right side now so that you can see why it was important we did that. So this is it here. So as you can see, you are not seeing any stitching at this part here. That is why I used that method to avoid that stitching, seeing those stitches there. And guys, this is what we have. So guys, if you remember in the beginning of this video, you did not see where they joined the sides inside this waistcoat. Now how I achieved that, I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. Now you make sure you place the side like this. Make sure the fabric is facing towards the fabric and the lining is towards the lining, and just go ahead and use your pin and pin it down like this. After doing that, just go ahead and just place it like this. Now You can see how it looks like. Now from the back side of that is the back of the side, that side there, I'll pull it out. I'll pull it out, and this is it here, guys. So let me do it again so that you can understand. So make sure that the fabric is towards the fabric and the lining is towards the lining on this side here, and just go ahead and pin it just like this. So use your pin and pin it. Now leave it as is like that. Now from the back, go ahead and draw it out just like this. Please guys, follow carefully at what I'm doing. Even if you don't really understand what I'm saying, just watch at what I'm doing. And this is it, guys. After drawing it here like this, you can see how it looks like. So just make sure the lining is towards the lining, the fabric is towards the fabric, just like this. So next thing I'm going to do is that 1 inch allowance we gave, I'm going to be using it to stitch. So you stitch all around with 1 inch. And now the next thing you can go ahead and do is to trim this off. Just go ahead and trim it off so that it doesn't look bulgy at this side when we put it inside again. So just trim it a little bit off. If you don't want to trim it, you can leave it because it might later add weight and you just might loosen it to get more space at your dress, on your dress. So that is just it, guys. So I just trimmed mine a little bit like this. So guys, I'll go ahead now, put it inside back so that you can see why I did stitched it like that. So guys, can you see? So you can see here, there is no joining at the inside part again. Looks so neat and smooth. So this is why I did that. Now, for the other side, to close up the other side, I'll go ahead and also do the same thing. You make sure the fabric is towards the fabric and the lining is towards the lining. But the only difference with this one and that one is there is no way to pull it out, so we cannot stitch all the way around. But make sure when you're stitching, you first of all stitch this main fabric all the way and stitch half of this lining. You stitch till you can no longer stitch again. Guys, please pay attention carefully. You stitch also with that 1 inch. That 1 inch we kept for stitching allowance. So let me stitch this and show you what I mean here. Guys, after stitching, this is what it looks like. You can go ahead and trim it off if you want. And I'll go ahead, turn it to the right side because I cannot stitch again. Now you can notice that I told you to first of all stitch the main fabric. You now notice that the opening is now on this lining. So you can go ahead now and just run a top stitch on that point that is open, or you can do an invisible stitch. So guys, after stop stitching it, this is what we have here. I am done stitching it and you can see how it's looking like, guys. So the next thing we have to do is to go ahead and add our zipper to this point here. If you don't want to add a zipper, you can go ahead and add a button. It totally depends on what you want, but for me, I'm using a zipper. Now if you're using a zipper, make sure you get a zipper that can open all the way down. I hope you can see just the way this one opened up. And now guys, I'll just go ahead and attach my zipper and show you what it looks like. So guys, after attaching my zipper, our waistcoat is ready. If you added a button, your waistcoat is also ready. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you found this video helpful, please do well to like this video, share this video to someone who you think will find it helpful, and don't forget to hit on that subscribe button if you have not done that. And do well to turn on your notifications so you'll be among the first to be notified whenever I upload new amazing tutorials. I hope I'll be seeing you in my next video. Bye.